Today, all over the world, congregations like ours are coming together to celebrate as we're celebrating with heartfelt thanksgiving in a great act of common worship. It's nearly 2,000 years since Jesus said, "Do this in memory of me." The Gospel reading tells us of the simple beginnings of the Mass, how Jesus, on the night he was to be betrayed, celebrated the Eucharist, his final meal, with his disciples. He took time to eat this meal with them so that they could share in and be part of his work. He took bread, broke it, saying, "Take it, this is my body." Then he took a cup and, when he had given thanks, said, "This is my blood, poured out for many." From the earliest days, the church had taken the Lord at his word. By doing what Jesus himself did on that occasion, we experience repeatedly the real presence amongst us. With the gifts of bread and wine, we bring what we are and what we have as an offering to the Lord. Corpus Christi is a festival for pondering with thanks on God's hospitality to us, the supreme and final gift of his love. The offering on the cross of our Lord is, for each one of us, fully effective. We remember with gratitude the promise he made to be with his friends and followers as their food and nourishment in their pilgrimage through life. All of us are people on a journey, facing the trials and sufferings of everyday happenings. What better companion can we have for support than the presence of Jesus? Although we have not reached our final destination, travelling in his company is a powerful assurance that we are on the right road. He is food for our souls and the spiritual help we need to make us break off the chains that bind us to this earth. Holy Communion is the remedy for our daily faults and not the reward for sanctity attained. It's not because we are holy that we receive Jesus, but because we wish to change and to become like him. What is demanded of us is that we share the Eucharist with others, for we make our pilgrimage through this valley of tears as a community and not as isolated individuals. One of the fruits of our weekly gathering should be a greater increase in charity among the assembled faithful. Union with Christ in the Eucharist means drawing closer to our brothers and sisters, especially the weak and the poor of our community. There should be no dissension, strife, or bitterness among those gathered around the table. This is the acid test of our sincerity, the sincerity of our belief in our daily life. We are asked to forgive, to overlook weaknesses, to understand the failure of friends, and not to close our hearts when we're hurt. For God to love us, we must try to be loving also. The celebration of the Eucharist is the great festival of the Church, the centre from which all grace flows. We bring to it all the possibilities, desires, and longings of our existence. To have time for God and to give ourselves to him is an important expression of our faith.